And finally this morning, this fragment from an interview I recorded for television with Brian Boydell in September 1999. It was one of his last interviews. So how did you then emerge as a musician from this? Attempting to earn your money through music.
Yes.
Composing, teaching.
Yes.
Lecturing, broadcasting.
Well, see, all that sort of rather comes later. At that stage, I was composing and performing as an amateur around the place. But I wasn't earning any money as a musician, except an odd scratch orchestra which we got together where I'd be hauled in as an oboe. So I wasn't really earning anything, and I was earning it through my teaching at St. Columbus. And then gradually I then built up private teaching of singing, which was my particular expertise. And that's how I met my wife. She was one of my pupils. And so I was teaching, and then I persuaded Michael Bowles that just as the BBC had talks on music, wouldn't it be a good idea if Radio Erin had talks on music? And I think I did the first ever talks on music from Radio Erin. And that became quite a good means of earning a living. I did more and more broadcasting. And then I got the job lecturing around the country for what they call the RDS Extension Scheme. And it brought me all around the country, which was great because I know every inch of this country practically from touring round lecturing.
But you were keen to bring the message of music, weren't you? You're something of a missionary in all of that, and you still are.
Yes, well, I mean, I get a great joy out of sharing what is a great excitement to me. In fact, to spread one's enthusiasm. And I think that's the basis of all good teaching, is to try and help people to be enthusiastic as you are.
And what does music mean to you?
A very hard question to answer. Very briefly, I could say it's really almost a religion. It's a revelation of beauty.
And when you compose a piece, how does that happen? Are you methodical about it? Do you say, I must now... How does it come to you? Do you hear a melody? Do you hear the piece of music? How do you work?
I'm often asked this question, and it's a very, very difficult one to answer. Sometimes, this varies from one person to another. Some people are terribly quick, and other people are slow. Mozart, you see, could write a symphony straight down. Beethoven struggled for years over a small thing. Now, I'm mainly a struggler, and there's the two aspects, you see. There's, first of all, there's the idea, and then there's the technical accomplishment of making that idea work.
Filling it out, as it were. Hearing the orchestra as opposed, or the instruments, all of them, as opposed to...
Well, I mean, before that, again, I mean, the harmonies, how the various notes fit together, what direction are they going in, and so many different things. And one thing gives rise to another. I mean, the whole thing is interlocked. And then sometimes something goes very easily, and then you'll spend a whole day doing one bar. That's me, of course. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's like that.
Brian Boydell and more